And we are back for our MLB Best Bets here on the channel for Thursday, July 31st. Yesterday, a much better day on the channel, a 4-1 day. Of course, the Nationals just can't come through with Mackenzie Gore versus Ryan Gusto. Unbelievable. We'll talk about the trade deadline at the very end of the video. We've only got 3 games today in the MLB. We will still have 5 best bets. Of course, going back to the traditional format with 2 money lines. Oh, when the Nationals don't play, 3 money lines, best player prop, and a nerfy. So before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB best bets here on the channel. NFL best bets coming soon, and no preseason. I know the Hall of Fame games today. NBA coming up in a couple months. College football, college basketball. Make sure to stay tuned here on the channel for that. On Greedo Plays MMA this week, it is Tetsuya Taira versus Hyun-Sung Park. Full card predictions, that is linked in the description down below, along with our PFL predictions as well. Thad G and Logan Storley face off for the welterweight championship. So go make sure to check out those videos. Make sure you go check out Greedo Plays MMA, linked in the description down below. Let's move on to the first of our 5 best bets, and the only game where there is just one best bet, because we will have a nerfy and a player prop alongside money lines for the second 2 games between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds and the Rangers and Mariners. Our first game, only bet of the game, we are going New York Yankees money line. So each of these games are spread out basically perfectly today. There's no 3 o'clock spot, but Rays, Yankees play at 10 here on the West Coast. Reds and Braves play at 4 o'clock, and then you got the nightcap with the Mariners or the Rangers, or you got the Hall of Fame game between the Lions and the Chargers. We're taking Lions money line for that game, by the way. Trey Lance is not coming through. Nobody's telling me otherwise. Okay. We're taking the Yankees in the first game of the day. Okay. We're taking the Yankees to beat Tampa. So far this series, the Yankees have won 2 of 3. They're looking to win the series as a whole, win 3 of 4 games. And the Rays are just playing pitiful baseball right now, all right? The Tampa Bay Rays have lost 6 out their last 7 games. And you want to look beyond that, they have lost 8 out their last 10, if I'm not mistaken. It's just not good right now. The Rays are not playing good baseball. They made it apparent yesterday after Zach Lytle went deep into that game yesterday against the Yankees. Ultimately, New York wins, right? The Ryan McMahon walk-off. Back and forth game. Devin Williams tried his best to sell it. Regardless, though, Austin Wells tried his best to sell that baseball game for the Yankees. Regardless, Lytle goes deep in that game, gives it his all, and immediately gets moved. But what the Rays did yesterday, and what I assume they're going to do today as well, because again, the trade deadline is the biggest part, obviously, of today, I think the Rays are waving the white flag. I think it's apparent that's what they're doing. You look at this team, and I don't know what they're going to sell, because they don't really have many pieces to sell. Pete Fairbanks is obviously the guy that you can immediately look at and say, all right, he's getting moved, likely. Especially you look at what the market is for pitchers right now, it's absolutely insane. Obviously, he's not going to net a Helsley type return, or it is what it is. You know, that's still an elite. I won't say elite. Fairbanks is all right. That's still a good closer that's going to warrant something at the deadline, obviously, right? Anyways, Tampa has made it clear what they're doing for the rest of the season. They have. They have made it clear that they do not plan on winning. I mean, you get rid of Lytle yesterday. He seemed more than thrilled to go to Cincinnati. No, just kidding. The opposite. He did not. It looked like he could not care less that he's going to play meaningful baseball for the rest of the season in a wild card hunt with the Cincinnati Reds. But it is what it is. I mean, I understand he just got traded. Emotions are running wild. By the way, the Reds and Mariners, I believe, and obviously, right, Phillies and Mets were aggressive yesterday as well. But I find it odd how aggressive the Reds are being. I get why the Mariners are being this aggressive. I don't know about Cincinnati. I'm surprised the Pirates moved them Key Brian Hayes, but it is what it is. We can talk about the Reds in a second. The Rays, to me, yesterday have waved the white flag. They have. Like what Minnesota's doing, what some other teams are doing as well. These teams that are just being kept alive because of that 3rd wild card. And obviously, there's the type of teams like the Pirates, like the Nationals that are way out of it, obviously, and are easy sellers every single year at this point. But teams like Kansas City's buying. It's weird, kind of. They're right in the middle. But teams like Arizona, teams like Minnesota, teams like Tampa, they need to make the decision right now. Okay, are we going to try to push for that 3rd wild card, or are we going to completely just tear it down? I'm not telling you the Rays are completely tearing it down, but they are at least making strides to feel like they're not going to be competitive. So with all that being said, why does this affect our money line pick? Well, it affects it because, again, team morale's low, right? And the Guardians are another team, by the way, that are at the crossroads, and it feels like they're going to sell even though they're winning a lot right now, which doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is. by selling right now and trading a guy who just went deep in the game yesterday in Lytle, you are telling your team, okay, we are in no position to win this season. We are not planning on being in a position to win, even though we're only 3 games out of the playoffs. And this is what the Rays always do, I understand. Team morale's at a low. Right after the trade yesterday, I expect them to lose. Okay? Pitching matchup, Ryan Pepio, Marcus Stroman. Arguably, Pepio is the best starter left right now, or healthy starter left for Tampa Bay. I understand Marcus Stroman is ERA 6 this season. However, you look post injury, Stroman has been a lot better. His last start against the Phillies was not good, but the Tampa Bay lineup doesn't wow me, and the New York Yankees have won 2 of 3 in this series so far. I believe they're going to get it done. Obviously, you know the injury to Aaron Judge. I understand that. I still think the Yankees are able to get it done, even with this lineup that is nothing special. Trent Grisham, Ben Rice, Goldschmidt, Bellinger, Stanton, Jazz. It's good enough to win this game. Maybe we get an Ahmed Rosario appearance off the bench today. I don't know. Anyways, give me the New York Yankees to beat the Tampa Bay Rays at home. It is minus 115. I'm taking the Yankees to get it done. Okay, our best player prop of the day is going to be in the Reds-Braves game, obviously for this game, and our nightcap in the Pacific Northwest between the American League West squads and the Rangers and the Mariners. We will have 2 best bets. But here we go. We're going to go Elly De La Cruz over 1.5 total bases today. I understand this mark sometimes is hard to hit for Elly. I don't know what's more likely, honestly, a double for De La Cruz or 2 singles. I kind of have the feeling it's going to be 1 double, just because that's kind of how Elly is. De La Cruz is having a good month of July. Don't get me wrong, batting .292. Obviously, today's the last day of July. But regardless, right, Elly, his thing is still strikeout or bust for the most part. It just is. You know, he will have games where he's great, you know, in terms of putting the ball in play, fighting off pitches. Like, you look at that game that he played against the Tampa Bay Rays last Friday, 4 for 5 at the dish, 2 doubles, didn't strike out once, right? That's a great Elly De La Cruz game. And actually, he hasn't struck out in his last 2 games against the Dodgers either. But you're getting a matchup today between him or the Reds and the Braves, and this will be a factor, kind of. Now, it will be in our next pick, and I'll tell you why I'm still picking it in a second. Carlos Carrasco's pitching for the Braves. Unk is going today. 38 years old, Carlos Carrasco. Oh. Why did the Braves trade for Carlos Carrasco? I don't know. Yankees DFA'd him. Braves get Eric Fetty. They get Carlos Carrasco. I get it, you've got a bunch of injuries. Do you really need both? Because I just don't get it. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, other than just pure respect, which, again, I respect, but it's like, I get Fetty. Because Fetty, you know, a year and a half ago was great. I don't get Carrasco. Carrasco has not been good this season. He hasn't. Last start against the Rays, 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Orioles start, 3 1/3, 8 hits, 4 runs. Again, he has not started since May, but there's a reason he hasn't pitched in the majors since May. I don't get it, man. I really don't. And this is a great matchup for Elly De La Cruz. We know Elly is a much better hitter from the left side of the plate than he is the right side of the plate. It just makes sense for us. It just does. You know, I feel like the Reds are going to have a field day at the plate. And again, I'm going to further get into that in a second. But just look at what Carrasco's done this season. Elly, I understand sometimes it is a little bit difficult for him to get those over 1.5 total bags just because of the way he plays. Because, sure, power's there, right? Exit velo is all there with Elly De La Cruz. But there is a huge potential for the swing and miss. Carlos Carrasco, though, is not putting down the most hitters this year. And I will keep it honest with you. The other player prop I was looking at that I almost did was Carlos Carrasco under strikeouts. The line is set at 3.5 today, and it's like minus 130 something for over, and obviously, you know, in the plus 100-ish for under, plus 110-ish. I thought about going under, but I don't know. The Reds do strike out, and obviously, right, this can go one of 2 ways. And hopefully, the one way that it goes favors us, because again, this is going to make sense in a second when I go to our next best bet and why I feel so good about our next bet. Again, you can probably, it's a money line bet. You probably know where I'm going. I'll get to that in a second. But if the Reds are hitting well off of Carrasco, the under on strikeouts is going to hit for Carrasco. Elly De La Cruz's over is going to hit, and the Reds are going to win the baseball game. So we just need the Reds to be really good at home, and that's another factor. They are in Cincinnati as well. They're at Great American Ballpark. And I understand, right? If Carrasco's a good night and the Reds don't have a good day at the plate, like Elly De La Cruz himself can strike out 4 times. Obviously not all via Carrasco, there is that potential, right? Where Ellie he goes 0 for 5 with 4Ks, and 3 of them are from Carrasco. Again, I'm not telling you that's going to happen. I don't think Carrasco is going to have a good game in his first game with the Braves. I don't see it. But give me Ellie De La Cruz over 1.5 total bags. Next up, I kind of hinted at it. Reds minus 155. Hear me out. I think it's playable all the way up to minus 155, even minus 160. I would just double your units on this. I know, again, we are in slim pickings territory for the best bets today. And this will now break the record for worst odds I've ever played on a singular bet here at the MLB Best Bets, because we took, we had Angels minus 150 earlier in the season and Anaheim against the Miami Marlins. Minus 155 is going to take the cake. Usually my rule is minus 150 if I'm very confident about a bet. That's fine. We're going to play minus 155 instead. If you don't like this bet for the 4-10 time slot, just head on over to the NFL and bet on the Lions. No, don't bet on the Hall of Fame game. Nah, minus 2 is not horrible, man. I assume Hendon Hooker's playing. We'll get in the NFL more in like about a month. Less than a month, actually, now. Fire. Anyways, I do think the Reds are in a really good position to win this baseball game. First of all, you just look at the pitching matchup, right? That's the main thing for me. We already talked about Carlos Carrasco. I understand. He has not played in a game in the MLB since May 4th. I get that. But in that small sample size that he's had this year, in 32 innings, Carrasco max has gone 5 innings, and he's got a 5.91 ERA, right? In the month of April, really the only full month that he pitched so far this year, 5.33 ERA. It's just not going to hit it. It's not going to cut it. You know what we do here, right? We fade unks. We love fading the unks all the time. No disrespect, right? I appreciate what Carlos Carrasco's done for the game throughout his career, but I mean, the guy made his debut back in 2009. We're going to fade him, okay? And it's not like he's been balling this year as an unk. And the Reds, right, a team that's chasing the postseason, right? They're chasing the playoffs. Will the Reds get there? I don't know. Right now, they are 3 games back of the San Diego Padres. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate the Reds trying. Guys, I don't know how they get in over the Cubs, Phillies, or Padres. We're seeing the Padres are buying. Hell, the Padres might get Mason Miller tomorrow. They might get Steven Kwan as well, or today, excuse me. They might go out there and get Kwan and Miller. The Phillies are obviously buying. We know the Phillies are going to be in the playoffs. I still believe they're going to win the National League East. Look at the way the Mets are playing. I don't care they got Helsley. That lineup's horrible right now. And what happens if Soto's out for an extended period of time? Ronnie Mauricio can only take you so far. And the Cubs, obviously, they're not going to pass the Cubs, I don't think. Probably not. Okay, I don't know how the Reds get in the playoffs. I appreciate them buying. I appreciate them trying. It just feels like a lot. It just does. And you know what? I hope the Miami Marlins make their way through. Will they? No. But it is what it is. Cincinnati's at a point, unlike the Rays, and it's a total opposite from Tampa, and obviously these two teams are trade partners in the Lytle deal. The Reds think they can compete. The Rays don't think they can compete. You know? And ultimately, both those teams are the same exact games back of the last wildcard spot in their respective leagues. Rays at 1 game under are 3 games back of the Rangers. And Mariners, they're tied right now. And on the flip side, the Reds are 3 games back of the Padres, right? Obviously, 2 teams I feel like they're in much different positions. Kind of are in the same spot at the same time, right? And you look at, again, I don't want to get too much into trade talk here, but the Angels, who are a game behind the Rays, they're buying at the deadline. It's just weird how the MLB works, man. And especially with the third wild card, which I personally like because it keeps more teams in it. And sure, we don't get the huge blow-up trades and whatnot at the deadline like 2021 and 2022 and years prior, but I think this is better for the sport. Anyways, well, we're going to hit a lockout in 2 seasons anyway. That's neither here or there. It's going to suck. Maybe the Nationals are decent by then. Probably not. Guys, the Braves suck, okay? This is, yes, I can tell you, the Reds are great right now. They're playing good baseball. And by the way, Andrew Abbott's pitching. So, yeah. The Braves are not good. The Braves have won 1 game in their last 9, and it was against the Royals in the first game of that 3-game set. Come on now. On top of that, Acuna, I'm glad Ronald Acuna avoided a horrible ACL injury. I'm so happy he did. He's not playing right now, though. Acuna's still at, calf strain? If I'm not mistaken, that's the Halliburton injury. The Braves are going to take their time with that. Okay? They dodged a massive bullet. They will get Ronald Acuna on opening day next year. He's obviously not out for the season. If I'm not mistaken, it is a calf strain. They are not going, especially with the Halliburton injury in Game 7 in the NBA Finals. I still think about that every day. I'm so disappointed, by the way, Victor Oladipo coming to the Pacers. We're so back next season. I think they're not gonna rush Acuna at all, guys. When Acuna comes back, he will be back in middle of September. They'll get him back for the end of the year, just so they can get him going again. He's not coming back till September at the earliest. They say it's a 2 to 3 week injury. They're gonna wait. They'll go early/mid-September, just so they can sell some tickets at the end of the season and make sure Acuna's not, completely coming off the shelf next season. Anyways, the Braves are horrible right now. They just are. Who offensively gives them production? Oh, wait. Profar's not on the roids anymore. He's not good. Matt Olson, yeah, maybe. Riley, okay. No, Michael Harris, Ozuna. I'm surprised Ozuna hasn't been moved yet. I guess the market's not there for Ozuna, but he probably could get moved before this game even starts today. There's no production. They still start Nick Allen every day, who I'm so serious might be one of the worst starters in all of Major League Baseball. I get he's a good glove and he sometimes walks. I don't think I've ever watched Nick Allen do anything productive in a baseball game. I don't know if I have. Other than play defense, maybe draw walks. Taking the Reds here. Give me Cincinnati. They are the better squad in the spot. I understand minus 155 is tough to play. Guys, the pitching matchups, Andrew Abbott, Carlos Carrasco. The Braves can't hit the ball right now. That likely results in an Andrew Abbott 7-inning shutout. And I believe the Reds are going to score on Carrasco, even though, yes, they've been shaky at the plate sometimes. And we'll see if we get a Key Brian Hayes debut today, too. Not like he's going to really come through hitting-wise, but it's fine. Give me the Reds to win at home. Our final best bet, or final game of the video, we've got 2 best bets for this. Mariners, Rangers, first bet, the Nerfy of the day, minus 130. I think this plays. I think it does. Rangers bats aren't great. Mariners bats aren't great. Oh, they got Eugenio Suarez. That's awesome. I'm so serious. I'm happy for the Mariners. I'm so glad they're trying to do it this season. Do I think they're gonna get in the playoffs? I hope. I'm legitimately. I'm not like cheering. The Mariners aren't the team I'm cheering for. I'm really not cheering for anybody in the postseason. I'm cheering for Bryce Harper selfishly, just because I love Bryce. I'm not cheering for the Phillies. I cheer for Bryce Harper. I hope the Mariners do well. I hope the Mariners get in the playoffs. Legitimately. I hope they do. Will they? I don't know. Guys, I have a feeling the Rangers are going to outplay them from here on out. I really do. We'll see if the Rangers do anything at the deadline. I look at the Rangers right now. Obviously, the Rangers aren't buying as much as the Mariners are, and we'll see today as this unfolds. I don't know. I'm watching the Mariners play yesterday, man. I don't know why they're so dead. I don't get it. I just don't understand. Guys, Brian Wu. Here's the thing about Brian Wu. Yes, the A's just kind of own Brian Wu. His numbers are great, right? His numbers are amazing. Every time I put U.S. currency on Brian Wu, he's not doing well. Brian Wu hasn't won a start for the Mariners since the 4th of July. And not just, he's been the pitcher on record. No. The Mariners haven't won a game where Brian Wu's pitched since the 4th of July. And I understand he's not pitching today. It's just my entire thing. I'm not sold on the Mariners. I'm not. They get Gino back. That's great. They get Eugenio back. He's going to play. He's going to get a monstrous applause today at T-Mobile Park. That's amazing. I don't know. Guys will get to Seattle and they will forget how to swing. They will forget how to swing a baseball bat. Randy's hitting the ball really well. I'll give Randy a lot of credit. He's putting a charge into things. Julio's hitting the ball well. Cal Raleigh's ice cold. The Cal Raleigh MVP campaign started to get going. He's ice cold since. Well, he had like a home run in garbage time a couple days ago. I don't know. Raleigh with another 0 for today. I don't know where the MVP odds are at. I assume Raleigh's the favorite because Judge is hurt. Nope, Judge is back to minus 210. Yep, there you go. There you have it. Right? Judge's odds went up because Judge's odds went up because he hasn't played. Because Raleigh's just been not good recently. I don't know. Josh Naylor hasn't been great yet as a Mariner. And yes, you get Gino back. Again, the lineup looks on paper like they're really good. I'm just not sold yet. I think they will be good down the stretch. Once I see it, I will believe it. And I will buy in. Right now, I'm not buying in. And that may hint to you what our next bet is. But today on the Nerfy, guys, are we going to forget what Kumar Rocker did last time he pitched in Seattle? 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Mariners had a lot of trouble hitting Kumar Rocker. They're going to have trouble in the first inning. This will not be a storybook. Oh, Gino hits a home run in the first. Nah, not happening. Okay? JP's an automatic out right now. Julio can put a charge into 1. Well, Gino's going to be batting in the 4 spot, right? It's going to be JP, Julio, Raleigh, Gino. What they should do, JP Crawford needs to get moved to the 9. But that's neither here or there. Well, no, you still have Cole Young and Dylan Moore and Brandon Williamson on your team, so I don't know. Anyways, give me the nerfy here. I know the flip side of things, right? Okay, George Kirby, Rangers lineup. Guys, the Rangers aren't scoring in the first inning. I know the Rangers operate. They can't hit the ball for the most part. They had a really good, 7th inning yesterday? 8th inning yesterday? They're not scoring early. They're just not, okay? It's just, this is how the Rangers play, okay? Nerfy in the first, feel fine about it. George Kirby's been good enough. He's good early, but he's not good as we get deeper into games. I'm taking Rangers money line to beat the Seattle Mariners. I know this might be kind of a hot take, plus 140, so I'm playing a minus 155 and a plus 140 back-to-back. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. The Mariners look horrible right now. Getting Eugenio Suarez, yes. Does that pump up the team? 100% it does. Does it get everyone going? Does it get the fans back? Yes. Guys, this team has lost 3 of 5 in a crucial stretch. They split against the Angels, which, again, Angels play good baseball. You're supposed to be better than the Angels. On paper, you are better than the Angels. You just lost a series in Sacramento to the Athletics, who are 15 games under. Come on. I can't take you seriously. I can never take the Mariners seriously. Because, their bats weren't horrible yesterday. Randy's hitting home runs, Julio's hitting home runs, and then Brian Wu gives up 5 runs. I don't know. I'm looking at how Kumar Rocker pitched last time. He pitched really well against the Mariners. I remember I watched the entire game. He didn't walk anybody. And yes, Kumar Rocker will have tough outings, like that start he had in Anaheim against the Angels. He's been good against the Mariners so far. That's all I need to see. I mean, I guess his first start in Seattle wasn't good, but the last one, it was in Texas, excuse me. But he was really good in Texas against the Mariners. Really good. Right? It's not what you do in your first start against the teams, what you do in your second start. And now you get to build off that the third time you see them in a season. And yeah, Eugenio Suarez is back. Again, that's why I think this is a perfect sell high spot in the Mariners. Even though they're not playing good baseball right now, these two teams have the same record. And yeah, the Rangers, well, guys, both these teams don't hit that well. Right now, arguably, the Rangers are playing better offensively. I get the Angels' bullpen sucks, and the Rangers had a huge outburst in the 8th inning, scoring 4 runs, ultimately leading them to win the game. Adolis Garcia went yard. Evan Carter had a big hit to score 2 runs, or score a run. Jonah Heim had an RBI walk. I get it. The Angels' bullpen is horrible. That's fine. I just don't think the Mariners are playing good baseball now, and I don't think they're hitting all that well, too. Kumar Rocker, he's no Jacob deGrom. He's no Nathan Eovaldi. I understand. I still think Kumar Rocker, look at the last start he had against the Mariners at Globe Life in Arlington. I think he's able to do something like that again, put his team in a position to win. 6 innings, 2 hits? Okay, I'll play. Because, guys, George Kirby's going to put up a similar line. This is going to be a tight game. I just think it's a tight game that ultimately the Texas Rangers go out there and win. So I'm going Texas Rangers money line today. It's plus money. I like it a lot. I don't think a run scores in the first either, because we know how these two teams operate, other than a potential Suarez or Raleigh home run, which, again, credit to the Mariners. They found 2 great power hitters to hit back-to-back in their lineup. I don't care. I'm going with the nerfy, and I'm going with Rangers money line to end the day. Okay, so plus 140 for Texas after going for a minus, or hitting a minus 155 hopefully earlier in the day. We'll see. Again, building momentum off of yesterday. Great day yesterday, 4-1. We're looking for more today. Real quickly, I got to talk about my Nats. They're not playing today, but we got to talk about them in the deadline. So yeah. Yesterday, right, Mike Soroka gets moved. We trade both Unc Luis Garcia and Andrew Chafin to the Angels. Soroka, obviously, the Chicago Cubs. And today now is the trade deadline. So I can expect a lot of stuff to happen. My favorite piece, though, of the trade deadline news is that Josh Bell actually has a market. What have I been saying? Guys, MLB teams are picking up on the fact, okay, Josh Bell, yeah, this is one of the hottest hitters in baseball. A multiple hit night the other day in Houston. Teams recognize talent, and they are recognizing the leader of the book club, Josh Bell. When that guy puts a charge into the baseball, my goodness, it goes a long way. So reports have said there is a real huge market for Josh Bell, which, again, doesn't surprise me. I've been watching the games. MLB teams have been watching the games. I find it hilarious, by the way, that there's a market for Josh Bell, and there is said to be absolutely zero market for Nathaniel Lowe. That's a story for another day. I believe the Nationals should non-tender Lowe and just be done with him after this season. At this point, I'm hoping this happens too. Give me Yo-Yo Morales tomorrow. I'm so serious. Anyways, guys, Josh Bell's going to give us a return. And I think the Nationals so far have really hit on this deadline. Sure, the Angels trade wasn't the best. It is what it is. Those are flyers, guys. Today is going to be a huge day for the Nats. And I think it starts with Josh Bell getting moved. I think, okay, if the Nationals can do things right today, a Mackenzie Gore, Luis Garcia package could be absolutely massive. If they really want to trade Gore, which it's going to be dependent on the package they get back for me. It really is. If they get a crazy package for Gore and Luis Garcia, the way the market's flying right now, guys, we got 2 really good prospects for Mike Soroka. Well, 1 really good prospect. Yeah, we'll see about the AAA guy, who I'm blanking on his name right now. If you can get those type of returns, man, I don't know. We'll see. If you package Gore and Garcia, guys, with a bunch of control to the Cubs, then there's your Matt Shaw. Then there's your, influx of talent. Potentially a Cade Horton. I don't know if you can get all that for those 2 guys, but maybe. Garcia, at his best, is a really good second baseman offensively, defensively. I don't know. And I think, again, Josh Bell being moved, I think is going to be huge. Honestly, I'm gonna miss watching Josh Bell play. I am. He's hitting the ball really well right now, and now we get to watch Nathaniel Lowe hitting the 3 spot every single game. My goodness. Post-Nats trade deadline baseball is going to be absolutely atrocious. But it is what it is. This is what I've signed up for. Unfortunately, I signed up over a decade ago, more than over a decade ago for this. So it is what it is. We're stuck with it. It's fine. Again, I expect Bell to be traded today. I don't know about Garcia and Gore. We will see on that. And obviously Kyle Finnegan as well. I very expect to be moved today. It's going to suck to see these guys go. It is what it is. It's a business at the end of the day. But again, who was right on Josh Bell? Okay, I can't wait to land an absolutely massive prospect. I can't wait to land the next Lane Thomas today for Josh Bell. Oh man, I'm so pumped. Huge day in sports. Anyways, folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here for July 31st. If you haven't yet, though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.